Hello there and welcome to my next video for the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, where we are going to be going back to the Devoted Heart Part 14 level 100 quest in Lenna's Lost Chapter, and we're going to be sticking it to those bloody dragons a second time, but this time we're, instead of going for raw outright destruction, we're more going down the humiliation route. And I'm going to be bringing a duo party of Lenna and Rosa with Bahamut summoned for the burst damage, and I'm not going to be bringing a friend support. We're just going to be doing it with a duo of Lenna and Rosa. So I thought this might be quite a fun idea to do, because I have been using Lenna a fair bit recently, and I have to say that she is every bit in practice what she is on paper. She's absolutely phenomenal. I do think that her kit by far outstrips what we actually need in terms of content right now. So I know that there are, like I said in my last video, there are some people that are saying that she's quite underwhelming, but I think it's purely and simply because the value of that kind of longevity, brave regen, HP regen, debuff immunity, initial brave debuff, everything that she, and her brave plus attack alone is a massive battery. Like, everything that she brings to the table, we don't really need it yet because we're still kind of in the burst phase, but I do think that over Cosmos, she's going to prove her worth as being a very valid contender. She's not only Rinoa's best friend, but I look forward to using her with Wall when he gets reworked as well. I think they'll be quite a good combination. But speaking of good combinations, I have to say the degree of synergy that Lenna and Rosa have, the two Archer girls, is just absolutely phenomenal, because they both play off each other really well, which is why I thought it'd be a good idea to bring them both along for this duo run, because Lenna provides a large amount of brave regen. As you know, I think it's up to 100% brave regen when her EX buff is up and her regular Winddrake's Ward is up, and she also buffs the party's initial bravery as well. And of course Rosa, with her Rosa's Prayer, it gives a huge attack and max brave and initial brave aura as well. So that initial bravery aura is going to increase the strength of Lenna's batteries and of her brave regen as well. And the only downside to Rosa's Prayer is that you actually need to be above 80% or below 20% health for it to actually work. But Lenna regens 20% health per turn, so she keeps everybody in the ideal range for Rosa's Prayer. So they have incredible synergy. And to be honest, personally speaking, I absolutely can't wait until I add Rinoa into this middle slot right here, because she's just going to be perfect with these two, I think. Like, they both have aura buffs. Rinoa herself has a very small aura, and she also has extremely potent generic buffs on top of Angel Wing, and the fact that she can overflow up to 150% splash damage, like she's going to be sporting something ridiculous like 30k plus max brave with these two, and like overflow on that is going to go up to like 45,000 damage on a regular HP attack with 50% splash damage. It's going to be insane. Like, okay, Rinoa's definitely going to be the carry in that lineup. And to be honest, in the long term, my plan is actually to run Lenna, Rosa, and Lenna, Rinoa, and Sephiroth, because Sephiroth. Okay. Do I need another reason? No, I didn't think so. But in the short term, having Rinoa be a hyper carry with these two until Sephi's Lost Chapter drops will be pretty amazing, I think. So I'm going to take the opportunity to show my artifacts. This is probably what I'm going to be running with for the time being. I'm waiting until Rinoa's event drops to farm iDoges hardcore, because at the moment I don't particularly feel like spending hundreds of potions in the World of Illusions for a RNG chance to drop artifacts, especially because I only have so many triple books. I did stock up on them last time they were available, but still, I kind of want to get the most out of them that I can. I am probably going to spam potions for Sephiroth when he gets here, just because I'm impatient, but if I don't get perfect ones, I'm still going to be farming them in the Lulu event as well, which he should have synergy for. So yeah, that's basically what I'm running with now. I think the ideal artifacts that I'd be looking at would either be Attack 108 and Imp Brave 170, or Imp Brave 170 and Max Brave 330, because initial bravery factors into all of Lenna's battery on her Brave Plus, her Skill 2 and her EX, and also into her Brave Regen itself. It increases the potency of that. But you really, in my opinion, you don't see this is just purely my opinion, but you don't see as much of a benefit from Int Brave artifacts unless you also have buffs to initial bravery above and beyond what Lenna herself brings to the table, because she buffs her own initial bravery by I think 50% if you take all her passives into account, which is fine. But then if you take something like Max Brave, for example, in most parties you get 40% Max Brave from Lenna herself, you get 50% from Rosa, for instance. If you're running Rinoa, that's another 20%, so that's like a total of 60, it's like 110% buff to Max Brave, so you kind of get more return on Max Brave buffs as long as you can get the most out of your Max Brave. The same thing with attack, like Rosa gives 75% attack, Lenna gives herself 40% attack, and then I forgot to factor in the generic buffs on top of that, so basically you're going to be buffing attack and Max Brave a hell of a lot more than you're going to be buffing initial bravery, even though you can make the argument that initial bravery is more important for Lenna, which is why she synergizes so well with Rosa, because Rosa is one of the few characters we have in the game with a significant initial bravery buff. I think the other one, being Selphie with her generic buff on Wall, is also another good candidate for that. I've heard that Firion has a good int brave buff as well, like passively, but I'm not that familiar with reworked Firion's kit. Although we'll see if RNGesus shines on me tomorrow, if I get that chance. Otherwise, I'll definitely be putting a video out for Cloud rework, because I do want to give him some playtime as well. But anyway, enough of my rambling, let's get started. I've not tried this before, but in theory it should be possible, because these two have such good longevity and such good synergy together that, you know, I'm not worried. They should be able to just wreck this quest. So, let's go at it again. So I'm definitely going to take this one out first, because it's got the all attack, and we want to get up our Rosa's Prayer. So I want to be a bit more careful with ability usage, because we do only have the two characters this time around. But of course, Lenna being the queen of bravery gen, and they both fill each other's bravery so much, it's kind of like, you know, it's not even gonna be a problem. Like, look at this nonsense. Don't even need abilities, it's ridiculous. And this is just with one Windrake's ward. Alright. I'll give it a Divine Blast. We do need to get all of our stuff up after all. Yeah, I'll rapid fire again. We'll be fine with just Lenna getting broken. And we get our EX ready as well. Might as well use that, especially for the free ability use on the following turn. And that lovely overflow we've got there. Yeah, I'll use that. We'll get the really spicy regens going now. I'll just use Divine Blast with Rosa because we have no reason not to. No, you know what? I'm gonna use Pray here so that we actually get the we refresh the auras. Like, I'm not going for score here. Just want to make sure we finish the thing. Hopefully that's enough. Yeah, no problem. I'll use Windrake Plus just so we get the buffs back up. And we're at the boss wave. So, this should be fun. Looking forward to a bit of humiliation. I know I am, for all the heartache and fucking ball ache they caused me back in 50/50. I think they deserve this. I don't know what you think. I think they deserve it. I mean, look at this kind of brave fill between them that we've got. Like, she's almost maxed out on bravery already. It's stupid. I will use rapid fire just so that we get the debuffs on them. Oh, we've got summon already. And I think both of their EXs are charged, if I'm not mistaken. So, what more perfect a time do you need? I'm just going to try and focus. I'll try and focus A down first. Although it doesn't really matter even if we do take damage, because we'll regenerate it so fast anyway. So I'll use Divine Blast here, and then with Lenna I'll use Windrake Arrow here because we'll contain the battery during the summon because of the Imp Brave buff, so nice 13k there. And we can EX again, so why not? Why not? It really doesn't matter who has their turn before the dragons go. If it's Lenna, we could just Brave attack. If it's Rosa, we can use Prey. Yeah, I'll use EX. I'll just use Prey here so that we don't get broken. I don't think it would even matter if we did. It's just preferable not to. So yeah, we can absolutely eat up all that damage. We do get the Rosa's Prayer buff that goes away, so we have to bear that in mind for a few turns. So I'll probably just use regular attacks for now until we get it back. Which happens already. Yeah, we're starting to run low on abilities, kind of. How many turns do we have left on the Windrake's Wars? We have 4 turns left. Okay, that's fine. We have Rosa's EX, which is why I just used the Brave attack there. We absolutely do. Look at that, 9k Brave battery on a regular Brave attack. I think that's pretty impressive. We get our free skill use in there. Brave Phoenix here. He's not quite dead. But he is now. I should have used Divine Blast. Oh well, who's keeping track, right? What's a few breaks? Oh, we've got debuffed. I let the Windrake arrow fall off. That's my bad. Not that it matters with the amount of Brave fill you get. You just do damage based on battery alone, but I use Divine Blast here so I can use Rapid Fire with a bit of Brave Fill. Sadly we don't push off the debuffs. But never mind. There goes my last Rapid Fire. Might as well make them count, right? I'm not going to use Luminous Arrow here because I'm still not in the range for it. I'll use it next turn now that we've got back into the ideal range. Let's see, Windrex Ward, we've got 3 turns of that left, so I don't need to use that yet. I'll just use a regular HP attack. His Luminous Arrow will give me Brave back. It's just pretty straightforward at this point. Just don't die. I don't know what this all attack is, so I'm actually going to Brave Plus here. Thunder Breath. Oh, that's a new one, and slightly disappointing too. I will use Brave Phoenix just so we get the buff back up. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, this should be the finishing blow, so it is. Goodbye. And if I'm also not mistaken, we should still get the score with this. And so we do. 231k, all requirements. Yep, I knew this team was going to perform. So I don't know about you, but I found that very satisfying indeed as someone whose day was absolutely ruined by this quest back in the level 50 era, to come back to it now and so thoroughly trivialise it with 2 characters alone, mind you, is very satisfying. So, with all that said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next video, most likely featuring Cloud, because I have all this stuff at the moment. I'm just waiting for his rework, but we'll absolutely give him a bit of a test drive when he comes out. So, on that note, I will see you later, and hope you all have a good time. Cheers.